So let's talk about Crimson Peak. My good friend Google here. Hey Google, what is the Rotten Tomatoes score of Crimson Peak?
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that.
Useless. She's absolutely useless. Hey Google, what can you do?
There are lots of things I can help you with. For example, you can say, play Mad Libs, or good evening in Spanish. Would you like to hear some more?
No thank you, Google.
Okay, whenever you need help, just ask, what can you do? And there are more examples in the Google Home app.
Useless. Absolutely useless. I'm kidding. I love my Google Home. My mom gave me that for Christmas and I am very excited about it. But anyway, I have a phone. So, let's see. Crimson Peak has a 71% score on Rotten Tomatoes. Roger Ebert gave it a 4 out of 4. And on IMDb, it has a 6.5 out of 10 score, which is not bad. The Chicago Sun-Times said, all the carefully orchestrated color schemes and all the dark corridors and secret chambers and all the flowing red metaphors in the world can't accelerate the slow patches or make us care about lead characters. Well, Chicago Sun-Times, I have to disagree with you. The last time I was at Dragon Con, I got to pick up this gorgeous book titled Crimson Peak, The Art of Darkness, with a foreword by Guillermo del Toro. And okay, as I was saying, and it's full of special behind the scenes stuff, costume design, set design. Crimson Peak is a beautifully costumed and extravagantly detailed film. From set design to the soundtrack, I loved everything about this movie. It's full of references to classic Gothic literature. It's full of references to classic Gothic romance while staying true to Guillermo del Toro's own style of storytelling. Even the costumes. There are bits and pieces of costuming that were absolutely gorgeous. This movie has some of the closest to historically accurate costumes I've ever seen. In fact, there is one scene where you can tell that they paid very close attention to the mourning styles of Victorian era. It's beautifully done. But it's not just the costumes and the set design that I love. I also loved the color schemes that were introduced to kind of weave this visual story between the characters, but also of intentions between the characters. Because you have the main character who is dressed in yellows and whites and all these gorgeous like ivories and stuff to represent her innocence. And then you have the secondary female character who's dressed in darks, dark reds, dark blue. In fact, she's the only living character in the whole movie that wears red at any point. The only one. And that's very important to the storytelling itself, which Guillermo del Toro blows my mind with his attention to detail, and to pick a team of set designers and costume designers that bring his vision to such beautiful light. Guillermo del Toro is well known for his ability to take on fairy tales and make them into this like dark and gritty thing. But when it comes to Gothic romance, it's already dark and gritty. So he just made it beautiful. Like this beautiful dark and gritty thing. it kind of takes the tale of Bluebeard and like Bluebeard's wife and kind of brings it into a modern storytelling, a modern way of storytelling. It's absolutely amazing. One of the complaints I saw throughout a lot of critics was an overuse of CGI. But what they didn't realize is that there was very minimal CGI used. All the ghosts, every single ghost is a person in a suit. Practical effects took center stage for this movie. Doug Jones, Javier Botet, B-O-T-E-T, Javier Botet, I think, both stepped up to the plate again and stepped into prosthetic makeup for every single one of the ghosts. One of the things I love the most about Guillermo del Toro is his use of practical effects. Pan's Labyrinth, again, one of the most beautiful movies I've seen in a long time. There are a few slow parts, but I think they're intentionally slow. I think that really helps carry the eeriness of whatever scene you're viewing at the moment. It's not really a scary movie. I mean, there was a point or two where I was just like, oh, but otherwise, I just absolutely loved this movie. And if that's not enough for you to give it a chance, then just think about the fact that it's got Tom Hiddleston and Jessica Chastain and Mia Wasikowska and Charlie Hunnam. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, and I just realized that he's in a lot of movies that I love. So yeah, I hope you give it a chance. This week's YouTube video has been kind of rambly and all over the place, and I do apologize for that. It's been an off week, so please forgive me. We'll see what happens next week. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have no idea what I'm doing. But thanks for sticking with me on this journey.